store for us tonight. Two of the top teams in the Eastern Conference.
Well, you know what they say, B.A. To be the best, you got to beat the best. I'm sure that's what both teams are thinking, so I expect them to be highly motivated.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. White and Brown team up as the backcourt. And it's Hauser in at the 3.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Hauser, Sam, Hauser, 2 shots.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. Well, you need a real big-time star to win in this league. And Grant, the Pistons have that in Cade Cunningham.
Oh, my, B.A. It took until year 4 for him to really break through. Already a player who can impact the game in so many ways, but when his numbers go up across the board, that's doing something special.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, B.A. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Now here's Hauser. Outside White. To the inside. Here's Queta. Good D by Duren. The Pistons on offense. The last time these two teams came together was also in this building, and they were able to win it for the home fans.
They barely got the win the last time these teams faced off, and in large part, I think it was because they were pushing the action and drawing foul calls.
Yeah, their activity and intensity at the offensive end really set the tone for the game.
Boston with the ball. Outside White. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Hauser. Let's go with a 3. He's off on that one.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Thompson passes to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
And that was special. It's easy to be excited about Duren's future in this league.
And thanks to AT&T for a great look at that dunk on their connected cam. So it's Boston now. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with J.B. Bickerstaff. I asked him if there's anything in particular they can do to keep Tatum's production at bay. He mentioned, well, the playmaking ability is what hits you first. His skill is something we're going to have to slow down, and we feel we have a good plan defensively to do so. A plan is a good start. We'll see if they're able to execute. Guys, back to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duren makes for an easy target on the lob.
Now here's White. Last game, 26 points for him. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Tatum. 3-pointer. Duren with a rebound.
0 for 4 to start this game. Some of it's execution, and some of it's just bad luck.
Basket counts.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. All right, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and see which teams have been the NBA's best in the rebounding department. The Celtics, 3rd.
This team has done a great job of hitting the boards, and they do tremendous work boxing out.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Outside White. Back to Brown. To stop the run. And the bucket is good.
A huge sigh of relief. 1 for 5 now. Let's see if they can keep it going.
Pass to Harris. And he buries his first look.
In so many ways, Harris can beat you. He has the size and skill to score from all 3 levels.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Hauser outside. It's Brown on the wing. Robinson defending from outside the arc. Hauser can't get it to go. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Outplayed in their previous game on their schedule, losing to the Cavs.
There obviously was a breakdown at the defensive end. They gave away too many clean looks.
Well, they say film doesn't lie, and you could just imagine these guys watching this film. It's going to be an ugly sight for sure.
Tatum shot is good.
You like the way Tatum can sliver around to get his shot.
Detroit leading by 4. Cunningham outside. That one no good. Good work defensively by White. Here's Brown. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Brown taking on all challengers. This kind of fearless approach is what his teammates and coaches love seeing.
And Harris throws it down.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Celtics trail by 4. Here's White. He's scoreless. There's a screen. And here's Brown for 3. The rebound by Detroit. When you think about the skill of Cade Cunningham, Grant, and his height, what a combination.
You know, B.A., whether it's scoring inside or seeing over the defense or just beasting on smaller guards, his 6'6" frame is certainly an advantage.
Now here's Harris, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Brown against Cunningham. Pass to Tatum. Here's the 3. Nails it from 3. Tatum's got 5.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Outside Robinson. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by White.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
And the Celtics another 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Harris. And Harris throws it down.
Well, if Tobias Harris sees a lane to the rim, he is going to exploit it.
Here's Tatum. He's got 5. Over Harris. And it's Tatum missing.
Looks like he might have been guiding that one a little bit.
Robinson finds Cunningham. Thompson, a screen on White. Cunningham passes to Robinson. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
You have to put a body on Duren. He's quick, he's athletic, and he has that 7'5" wingspan.
Here's Tatum. Duren with a rebound. Duren's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Yeah, this quarter has just been a struggle for him offensively.
Cunningham looking around. Pass to Duren. Clock at 6. Now Harris, hounded by Tatum. Harris misses. Boston has gone just 2 for 6 from the arc here in the first. There's the 3. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball. All right, a moment to check out some numbers for Jalen Duren. Nikola Vucevic is checked in for Boston. Pritchard comes in for Tatum. The Pistons leading. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Brown with the steal. Pass to Pritchard. Fires the three. Hauser can't get it to go. For Detroit, they've got 8 of 15 shots to go. Cunningham against Pritchard. And the layup is good off the glass. Cunningham's got 6.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And some changes here for Detroit. Herter's checked in for Thompson. Jenkins comes in for Robinson. Boston also changing it up. Walsh is checked in for Hauser. Shireman comes in for Jaylen Brown. Now White, giving them some good production, putting up just around 16.5 points a game to win the drought. Jenkins with a rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Hay hangs it midair and converts the double clutch layup. And the Pistons lead by 6. And this is where they've struggled.
Yeah, the half court has not been kind to them. Let's see what they run.
Well, this is a good reminder for anybody who thinks he's too small for a 5. His athletic ability totally levels the playing field.
Here's Cunningham. He has 6. Pass to Harris. There's the triple. Boston pulls it in. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
And you know, when I watched that game back, I thought they actually did play well. The other team just played better.
4 on the clock. White nails the wide open jumper. And now it's just a 2-point Detroit lead.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Now here's Cunningham. He's coming off a 13-point game against Cleveland.
But he also had an impact as a facilitator, generating offense for others.
And solid pass from Cunningham. He has a good understanding for when the defense has overcommitted.
Tim, how do you like this blend for the new Pistons? Wily veterans alongside the new blood.
I love the way they have built this team. Shooting was their Achilles heel, but these veterans bring spacing and savvy.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And so it's Pritchard with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 6. Outside White. A minute 39 left to play in the first quarter. Detroit with a rebound. Duran's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to Herter. Releases. Here's Duren. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Cade Cunningham is leading the way for this Pistons team. Coach J.B. Bickerstaff said he shows belief in his teammates, and that's what leadership is. He's with you during the good and the bad. That gives the rest of his team more comfort and confidence. Back to you.
Establishing the mindset. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Now here's Harris. 6 points for him. Back to Cunningham. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Pass to Shireman. Outside Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Here's White. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Pistons ahead. They're up by 10. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Pistons.
They've done a great job establishing an inside presence. Now that'll open up more options offensively throughout the remainder of the game.
And their ball movement has been next level. When your team is playing unselfishly like this, that is tough to beat.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. We've got Jason Tatum. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Peyton Pritchard. And it's Walsh in at the 4. Here's Vucevic. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That's on Isaiah Stewart. And Tim, 1 year, you shot over 50% from the field and from three-point range. Not to mention over 80% from the free throw line. You think we'll ever see that again?
Well, Brian, I think the 50% from the 3 could be more difficult because the volume is now so high. I'm not sure they're as selective in their shot attempts, which means your percentages naturally come down a bit.
So 3 for 6 is not going to be an option for a great shooter?
Don't think so. 3 for 6 is usually the first quarter for a lot of these guys.
And so Vucevic nails both of them.
You love a big man like Vucevic. Puts in the effort to keep improving. For example, look at what he's done with his perimeter shooting.
Here's Jenkins. 17 points for him last game against Cleveland. Stewart, a screen on Pritchard. Holland for 3. Tatum pulls it in. Celtics trail by 11. Pass to Pritchard. Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. Out left to the wing. Outside Tatum. Here's Walsh. Offline with a 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Herter. Nice D from Tatum. Boston's shooting 32% for this game. Not what they're hoping for. Pick by Vucevic. Takes a 3. JT for 3.
That's money in the bank for Tatum. Easy to see why he takes so many threes.
Pass to Stewart. Now Herter. He drains that one after 2 misses. Now 1 for 3.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
again here in the second quarter of action. Just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the paint. Here's Tatum. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 10 points for Jason Tatum.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. Do you appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
And some changes here for Detroit. Thompson, he's checked in for LeVert. Robinson comes in for Herter. And Cunningham subbed in for Jenkins. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Thompson. Detroit moving the ball around. Thompson, a screen on Tatum. Back to Thompson. Just 5 to shoot. Holland for 3. Oh, drew the foul and almost hit the three-point bucket. But he'll head to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
Detroit shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
Holland taking 3 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
Cunningham outside. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Tatum. Can't hit that one. The Pistons lead by 10. For 3, Robinson. Gonzalez pulls it in. Pass to Tatum. Outside Pritchard. The 3. The rebound by Detroit. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Cunningham. Ooh, assertive from Cunningham.
He is so fluid with the ball in his hand. Sometimes you forget how big Cade is when you see him make a move like that.
And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Puts the move on. Can't get it to drop. Detroit has gone 1 of 4 from three-point land here in the second. Outside Robinson. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Robinson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very difficult look simple right now.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Cunningham with the ball. Give him 8. And there's the lob. It's stolen. Here's Gonzalez. Outside Pritchard. Cunningham against Tatum. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. Fourth, the Pistons. Fifth on the list, the Celtics.
Well, each of these teams play physical basketball, hitting the offensive glass.
And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Pistons making a switch here. Duran's checked in.
We are dancing mascot, Hoop of the Wolves.
Detroit leading by 13. Outside Robinson. And here's Duran. 12 points for him. Pass to Cunningham. Jacks up a three. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Back to Pritchard. Brown scanning the floor. Thompson with a steal. In transition. And they pick up 2.
And when you've got your opponent down, you don't want to take your foot off the pedal.
Well, with the pace of this game, you don't want to leave anything to chance.
Here's Brown. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia.
Well, he also did a great job on the glass, and it made a big difference.
Pass to Pritchard. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Pritchard's got his second basket of the night.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
To the middle. Here's Duran. And the dunk by Duran.
And Jalen is just taking over in this one. This is how lethal of a player he can be.
So it's Boston now. It's an 18-point game. Outside White. Hauser outside. Nice ball movement by Boston. Here's Tatum. The Pistons clear it. Duran's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
And right now they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
And after not scoring in the first, he's finally starting to get into a groove.
Celtics trail by 20. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pure from three-point range. Brown's gotten his third basket of the night.
Even when Brown's shooting quickly, he's not rushing. He takes his time with his release.
Duran up top. Pass to Robinson. 6 to shoot. Back to Duran. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And so it's Pritchard who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics, trailing by 19. And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Tobias Harris checked in for Holland. And the Celtics also making a change. Cadis checked in for Jason Tatum. Pass to White. Hauser outside. Now here's Pritchard. Lets the three fly. Hits the trifecta. Pritchard's got 7 points.
They've got some ground to make up, and shooting the three ball more consistently like they are now should help them do it.
Here's Harris, and he gets it to go. 4 for 6 so far.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Now here's Pritchard. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Pass to White. Takes the 3, and it's Harris with the rebound.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Tim, talk about what Tobias Harris has brought to the Detroit Pistons.
Well, Brian, he has just stabilized them on the floor. Coach Bickerstaff said it best. Harris knows what the game needs, and he has the versatility to get it done.
Celtics trail by 20. Pritchard surviving the D. White drives in, and here's Brown for 3. Drills it from deep. Brown's got 6 points in the quarter.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Detroit has gone 3 of 6 from outside in the second quarter. Duren in the high post. Pass to Cunningham. Another shot, and Duren lays it in. 18 points for him.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Brown passes to Queta on the wing. Hauser. Outside, Brown. Back to Hauser. 3-pointer. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Harris left side. The shot no good. Excellent D there from Hauser. Here's White. Kick out to Brown. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it.
Well, you can't let that happen. That seems like a mental mistake.
The Pistons lead by 16. Cunningham passes to Thompson. Here's Harris. And the dunk by Duren.
And this team really counts on Duren for exactly that. Securing, misses, and then immediately taking it back up.
Brown passes to Queta. Back to Brown. The 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Celtics understand that they'll be tested. Jaylen Brown said growth is a journey with ups and downs. You have to stay with it. You can't complain. Don't let it break your spirit. We've just got to keep building the right habits, keep being versatile, and keep learning from these experiences. Brian?
Always looking to get better. Thank you, Allie. Queta, pass to Brown. Shoots over Thompson. Brown can't hit.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Harris. Back to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. It's good. He's 6 for 12 from the floor.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
Brown inside. White for 3. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided game. The Pistons on top, leading by 17. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hello, everybody. We're here to break it all down, and through the first half of play, it's a very commanding lead for the Detroit Pistons.
They're just a far more physical team, and it shows up everywhere, particularly on the glass.
Yeah, they're winning the battle of possessions along with pretty much every other battle. Let's take a moment now and swing on over to the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference.
Checking out the Pistons, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
That does it for halftime. Let's get back to game action. Here's Brian Anderson with the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Jalen Duren with a strong contribution so far on this one.
And just halfway through this contest, he's already registered a double-double.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
The Pistons lead by 17. Thompson and Harris make up the forwards. Duncan Robinson is out there with Cade Cunningham. And it's Duren in at the 5. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons.
Love that shot by Cunningham. He's developing more confidence in his three-point stroke.
Outside, Brown. The Pistons clear it. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Back to Cunningham. Now Thompson, pass to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. From outside, off the mark. Hauser outside. And here's Tatum, defended by Thompson. Tatum passes to Hauser. Back to Tatum. Now Brown. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Gets one to go. It's been a great personal night for him, but those mean a lot less if you're losing.
Pass to Duren. Cunningham outside. Gets the 3 ball to go. Cunningham's got 6 here in the quarter.
And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Celtics trail by 21. Inside, here's White. And it's rejected.
And that's what I love about Cunningham on the defensive end. He has great instincts. Well, those are the ones you're happy to get every trip down the floor if you can.
Harris outside. Here's Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Third quarter off to a great start offensively. That's 3 of their first 4 they've made.
And here's Brown for 3. Duren with a rebound. Duren's, and so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. Robinson passes to Cunningham. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And let's have a look at the teams who have collected the most blocks this season. Number 1, Detroit.
This is not the team you want to challenge at the rim. They're the best team in the league at blocking shots.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. With the step back, White, the pass to Hauser. And here's Brown. Fires it. Oh, he buries the 20-footer. Brown's got 17 points.
You're taking over this one in effortless fashion. When Brown is cooking like this, keep working the ball to him.
Robinson passes to Cunningham. And again, it's Detroit converting.
Well, he has been pretty much unstoppable this quarter, and his team is thriving as a result.
Pass to Queta. Now Brown. Lays it up and banks it in. Brown's got 19 points.
It continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
Cunningham with the ball. 26 points for him. Shoots over White. Duren, great positioning on the putback.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Brown against Robinson. Here's Hauser. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Brown's got 4 assists now tonight.
And we've watched Brown evolve his game. Playmaking has been at the forefront of his development.
The Pistons lead by 20. Harris outside. Duren the screen. 4-3. And Tobias Harris good for 3. He's got 11.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
He buries it from 3.
Love that look there, locating his teammate and creating an easy basket.
Thompson outside. Back to Cunningham. Duren with a screen on White. There's Cunningham with a 3. Queta pulls it in. Queta's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Brown. Here's Hauser. Off target with the 3. Detroit has gotten 12 of their points this quarter from deep. 4 of 6. And Thompson gets it to go.
Good work down low. I mean, I like how confident Thompson is from this area.
And Boston has possession. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown. Fades and shoots. No good off the back of the rim. The Pistons lead by 22. Grant, the thing about Jaylen Brown, he doesn't need a lot of space to get his shot off.
You know, B.A., he has a quick release and rises high on his jumper. Has a great up fake and can stop on a dime. Usually all the space he needs to find his shot.
Well, scoring in this league is never easy, and that's why you need a guy like Cunningham on your team. Somebody who can beat tight coverage.
It's White with a drive. Over Cunningham. Boston, no good that time either.
Well, that's a good high percentage shot. He just couldn't convert.
And it's Harris. That time on the assist by Cunningham. And that's 13 points for Tobias Harris. Outside Tatum. White finds Brown. Cash money. Out of his 14 attempts, he's drained 9 of them.
Can't pin the blame on the defense. Sometimes Brown makes challenging shots right in your face. B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. The Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the second half. Here's Brown. He's got 21. Shot clock at 6. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Robinson. Down low. Here's Harris. Thompson outside. From downtown, it's hauled in by White. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Pass to Hauser. Misses the 3.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Harris passes to Cunningham. Outside Robinson. Brown with the steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Oh, stolen by Harris. On the break. Cunningham outside. Pass to Harris. White against Cunningham. It's hauled in by White. Boston has gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. Brown passes to Queta. Brown with a screen. Tatum inside, working on Robinson. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish, went right through the contact.
Detroit has gone 4 of 7 from 3, a good percentage in the third quarter. And so the timeout by J.B. Bickerstaff here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. And the Pistons will go for a different look here. Stewart, he's checked in for Duren. Holland comes in for Thompson. Herter's checked in for Robinson. Jenkins comes in for Cunningham. Boston on D. Pass to Jenkins. Here's Herter. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Gonzalez. And the shot falls short that time.
But it didn't go that time, but that's a shot he should feel confident in taking.
Here's Jenkins. The three-pointer off the mark. Boston shooting about 43% on this one. Outside Pritchard. Clock at 6. Launches a 3. The rebound by Detroit. Harris has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the inside. Jenkins. Soft touch off the glass. Jenkins has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
A minute 50 left in the third. Outside Pritchard. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Sinks the tray. Herter's got 5.
Their long-range shooting since halftime has been as strong as you could hope for.
Picked by Vucevic. Pritchard from outside. Doesn't go for him.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Pass to Holland from behind the arc. They get it back. And that one's good. Stewart's got his first points of the game.
And there he is. I mean, attacking the boards, converting off the misses. I mean, trying to do everything he can to secure this W.
And regardless of the big lead, he just doesn't slow down.
And here's Detroit. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Holland, defended by Pritchard. And it's good. 2 points. 9 points in the game.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
19 seconds left in the third quarter. From down in the low post, it goes.
Their spacing isn't quite as good as it was in the first half. They may need to hit more threes to stretch that defense.
And here's Harris. Banked it in off the glass.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. The Pistons on top, running away with it. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your two guards share the wealth.
Well, he made the right play. It didn't have to be a highlight reel play, and that's all you can ask from any position.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Nikola Vucevic, Jason Tatum out there with Peyton Pritchard, and it's Shireman in at the 2. And Legs, is someone who has seen some of the great perimeter defenders over the years. Who's the best you've ever seen?
Well, the best defense, Brian, I ever played against were those mid-'90s Bulls teams when you had to go up against Jordan and Pippen on either wing. And then more modern-day players like Drew Holiday, even a guy like Tony Allen when he was in Memphis, they stand out to me as well.
First team all-defense, Tony Allen.
Year in, year out, a nightmare to go up against.
Pass to Stewart. Now here's Herter. Puts up a deep three. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Pritchard gets it to go.
And now that's 1-3 in each half. He is trying to make the most of those three-point opportunities.
LeVert goes against Tatum. Stewart, a screen on Tatum. To the paint. Stewart, no good.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
For Detroit, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. LeVert outside from the arc. Boston pulls it in. Vucevic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Pritchard. Stewart against Vucevic. Back to Pritchard. Fires the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, 3 triples already for him. That's his second of the quarter. This could be a huge night for him.
Detroit has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Now here's Stewart, covered by Vucevic. Stewart, the pass to Herter, and he drives in, and that one, good.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Tatum with a screen. Pritchard, the pass to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
Well, they are hunting deep shots, but they'll take the layup if you give them one.
Here's Herter. He can't get it to go.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Outside Tatum. Over LeVert. And Boston again with the bucket.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
It's Stewart, high post. And we're seeing some younger teams really on the rise here. Any particular reason, Grant?
Well, you know, it's part of the natural order of things. Certain players will dominate, and when they age, there are always those young upstarts vying to take the lead.
Now here's Vucevic. 6 to shoot. Pass to Shireman. Fires from deep. LeVert with a rebound. For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Count it.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
So it's Boston now. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. Pritchard from outside. LeVert with a rebound. The Pistons have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Stewart, a screen on Tatum. Stewart finds Herter. Here's Holland. Plenty of space. Shireman grabs the board. Shireman's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Pass to Vucevic. Launches it. Jenkins with a rebound.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
Reed's checked in for Detroit. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Shireman. The Celtics have gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Outside, Brown. Pass to Vucevic. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Reed. Here's Jenkins. Now Reed. An easy 2 on the layup. Reed's gotten his first basket of the night.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Now Pritchard. Outside White. Back to Pritchard. Outside Brown. Again, the miss by Boston.
Well, he was shooting the ball from deep in the first half, but he's come up dry ever since.
Jenkins' shot is good.
And let's face it, when you're down this many points, you simply can't let them get that good of a look.
One more miscommunication at the defensive end. Just brutal. It can't happen.
Tatum. And it's good for 2. Tatum's got 12 points in just the second half.
And you can see where he's made the adjustments. This half has been much better.
Pass to Holland. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Yeah, they were so aggressive from the start, getting the ball into the painted area. Now, they stuck to their game plan, and it paid off.
And I also really like the pace they've played with in this one, specifically how high tempo it's been, clearly working to their advantage so far.
And we've heard some coaches complain about short turnarounds on back-to-backs legs. Would you like to see more done there?
Well, for those late starts when you arrive at the hotel at 2 or 3 in the morning and you've got to play the next night, those are certainly rough. But I feel like the league has done all they can, eliminating back-to-backs as much as they can. And certainly there's an emphasis on recovery and rest at all costs.
It's LeVert on the wing, defended by Hauser. Outside Herter. The 3-ball. Sinks it from distance.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
The Celtics have gone just 6 of 14 in this final quarter. Nice ball movement by Boston. Hauser, that's good.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Pass to Holland. Now here's LeVert. And he drops in the layup off the glass. LeVert's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here's Brown. Now Hauser. Tatum from long range. And the Celtics another 3.
He is totally locked in offensively and doing everything he can to bring his team back.
To the middle. Here's LeVert. Brown with some nice D. The Celtics have gotten 8 of 16 attempted shots to go here in the fourth. Inside. And the NBA certainly responsive to the fans, Tim, but some say they just want to complain.
Well, the social media era has given fans more of a voice than ever before, but it also breeds shorter attention spans, so the league is right to be proactive.
He misses the free throw.
And Tatum is really a prototypical player for today's NBA. He's a do-it-all wing with great size, an effective jump shot. Plus, he's got that hunger you want in a star player.
Reed's checked in for Detroit. Good on the second one.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
LeVert outside to the paint. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
That's the right pass to make. Beautiful job.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Brown's got 12 points in just the second half. Detroit has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Here's Jenkins. Pass to Reed. Now Herter. Picked by Reed. Beyond the arc. Herter can't hit. Well, the Celtics shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip.
2 minutes remaining in the
Here's Keita. Tatum from long range. Fires in the triple. Tatum's got 29 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Pass to Reed. Now Herter. And he banks in the layup. Herter's got 7 now in this quarter.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
Well, some lament the death of the mid-range jumper in today's game. Grant, you got any fixes?
Well, some have suggested cutting out the corner threes. If the three-point line was only like above the break, teams would probably need to rely more on that mid-range. Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Pistons.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And all year, this squad has been playing with real urgency and determination. No surprise to see them hit 61 total wins. We've come to expect big-time games from him. Just another day at the office for Cade Cunningham.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight. Flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
Count it. Good.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
Yeah, any thought of losing this game has been put to bed.
With how well Tatum moves, sometimes you forget he's 6'8", but he's got great size, putting it to use down low.
There's 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Reed. Here's Herter, defended by Brown. Here's Holland. Detroit moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Picked by Reed. Here's Jenkins. Off target from three-point range. Outside White. So we see the Pistons taking the W here. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching the